We'll start with the attendance, starting with Seth.
Seth Walker.
Allison Hawk.
George Prince.
Samantha Bohan.
Billy Saxton.
David Wilson.
Matt Gilly, Select Board Liaison.
Darcy Kuchar, Harbor.
Now we'll have the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Real quickly, before we start with public comment, if nobody on the committee minds, I'd like to switch the order of the agenda from, we'll review the LPA before we do the working waterfront. That way, Max doesn't have to sit through our sign conversation or whatnot. Everyone good with that?
Sure.
So we'll swap those around. So first off, we have public comment. Anything not on the agenda? Laura, did you have something, or do you want to do it under new business at the end?
What would you prefer?
Doesn't matter to us.
Do it under new business,
Okay.
I would say, and then we can get one thing done and moved on.
Okay. Anyone else have any public comment not on the agenda? Matt? Sure, please.
Make it super brief. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Matt Newberg. I'm the new executive director for the Harpswell Land Trust. I say new, I've been there about a year, but clearly still getting to know folks and getting familiar with town committees. So it's a pleasure to be here. George and I were in West Harpswell Elementary School together, classmates, so it's been quite a while, George.
Go back
Good
a
to
little
see you.
ways.
Yeah. Yeah, and otherwise, just happy to be back here working in town, living in town, and excited to be involved. So nice to meet you all.
No, you're doing
Thank you.
great.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any committee announcements? Matt, Darcy?
Do you want to
Anything new?
talk about the position, or leave that for another time?
Good? We can review the minutes, or if you guys read them, we can
Jerry.
entertain a motion to approve them.
So just real quick for, just a request, if we could get stuff a little earlier. I know you've been gone too, but I'll give commends to, I can't remember her name, that's been working with us the last 2 months. Just
Amelia.
getting stuff
Yeah.
like a week earlier than the meeting, because this was a lot, like a big packet to get 2 days before
Yeah.
the meeting, so just put that out there.
My
Thanks.
regular goal is 2 weeks ahead, but it's, I just got back, so it was, kind of got all crunched together, so we'll be better going forward.
Okay, sorry, go ahead with your minutes.
That's fine.
And I
I'm
just,
good
I
with
actually
it.
have a change. The meeting, I believe, did not start at 4:05, but
5:05.
it says 4:05 in the
Okay,
minutes,
it
so
should
that
have
probably needs to be changed.
Amended to 5:05.
But other than that, I move we approve the minutes.
I second.
Oh yeah, Jay takes our minutes, who's doing the minutes?
Whoops.
Hang on. I'm gonna pull.
AI's gonna do it
That's
today.
right. Mary Ann's taking care of that as we speak.
Yeah, I can just actually, I'll listen to the recording and make minutes after.
Is anyone here to speak about the legacy fishing maps at this point? Seeing none, we will move that to the bottom if we want to discuss it later. So Max, you're up.
Thanks, folks. Sorry about the homework. I know there's a lot of reading there. Allison, I hope you didn't print all those, did you?
Yeah, I
You
normally
did.
do, yeah, because I'm definitely a paper girl and like reading
Yeah.
stuff on the computer isn't always my friend, so. But no, I've got partially there.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and they made me do it all over again. But
Good times.
yeah, great. I mean, I wasn't doing much else this winter, so. But yeah, any questions, or I can also give like an overview if folks didn't get a chance to read through it. But not much different from what was there before. I was trying to just to copy that.
Are we pulling the map up?
Yeah, so I can give you guys, this is the actual one of the 4 applications, just in case anybody needed any more detail in there. And then I did plot the GPS coordinates for his 4 applications. That's these red triangles right there. And then Matt had provided me some Pogie net coordinates from someone who fishes in the general area. That's what these little purple diamonds are Pogie toes from leads from the landings reports. So that's what we are looking at on the map today.
So that one on the left there is that purple dot?
Yep, that's a Pogie toe.
There are 4 reports for that area.
You have 4 reports?
Yep, yep.
That one dot represents 4?
They're not my reports, but.
Yeah, it was the,
From another
yeah, he fished
fisherman.
that section 4 times, according to his landings reports.
But it's like along that section.
Yeah.
not-
Right, yeah.
They
it
have to
just-
pick an arbitrary point where they caught all the fish.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's where he figured the center of the net was.
Yep, makes sense.
yep. And then if you guys want I don't know if you want to see also the layers for everything, I can put those on there too.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Let me
ask
just-
actually for that.
Just get back into this here, it's been a while.
What's purple?
European oysters. So that's the rest of that stuff.
So what do the colors represent again, since I can't
Yep,
see
so
that far away?
these blue dots are Pogie territory. The purple hash marks here are European oyster beds, and this little section, this yellow is scallop turf. And that's pretty much.
So you have 2 different blues though, unless I'm colorblind.
I mean,
That's just the NOAA map
Yeah, there's-
underlines and it's so water.
Shoaler, it gets the
It's
darker
the
map.
free and open oceans.
It's the water.
That's the waves.
So those 2 red dots on the bottom are in the map under what fish is there, Pogie? Is that what you just
These
said?
are you looking at these right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are 4 little triangles that are the centers of the 4 LPAs that Max is looking to.
So
put
the
back into
blue
the-
around them represents,
Pogie territory that we
Correct.
identified in the fishing maps. And this is an actual Pogie toe, according to the
So I would
landings
say we
report.
would need to move the Poe territory further closer to the island, just based on that.
I think we didn't because of the,
Yeah.
the depth of it. He might have gone up there at high tide to
Yeah.
snag stuff.
Overlay of,
Yeah.
So are you telling me that area is shaded in blue and I just don't see it because
Yeah,
of the
it's-
map?
It's really fine dots.
Okay.
I can change the color, actually, if that's easier for you.
It would be
guys.
easier to
Yeah,
see.
hang on. Let's do, let's make it,
We should make a motion to change the Pogie color to.
this is just for viewing. We're not going to
Yeah,
go crazy
the
here.
color
So
of
it's
the
not the
fish.
color of the ocean?
There's scallops.
All right, hang on. Gallery, property.
big Sebastian Deegan.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Yep.
All right, just for, so you can see it, I'm going to make it
Yes, scallops.
pink and see if that
That's fine.
helps. Just don't
There you go.
confuse it with lobster. It's
Yeah.
all these little
It's
shady
all
dots
water.
is Pogie territory, if that's easier for you
Is
to
that?
see.
I don't think that's scallops, it's gonna be clams.
No, this is scallops according
No,
to,
that's-
no,
hang
purple.
on.
No, but that green can't be scallop, because there's no water there.
Someone gave it to me and that's, I just put down what was in the maps, so.
Ole.
Mm.
You never know. So
We'll
yeah,
have
that's
to
what we're
review
looking at
that
now. Is
one.
that easier to see then, or can you?
Can we make a note to review that?
Yeah.
I'd make a note
Yeah.
to correct that because it's tidal flat.
Yeah, there's no scallops.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to make it easier. All right.
Not there, they don't. I grew up right there. On that, right where that little star is, between Bombazine and the
I
new.
mean, there is shellfish all along that line that they habit that shell bar,
Yep.
which pretty much borders the extreme low right there.
Yeah, I think we didn't get too crazy with mapping the legit intertidal, because you guys have a review of anything that's gonna touch that anyway for
Yeah.
your committee.
But I think we can, that's not scallop.
And I'm making a note. And just so you guys know, Amelia just gave me the flash drive for all the stuff she took for notes for you guys
I think she
today.
had
So
updated some of it too.
yep, so I'll incorporate that in like the master list once I get caught up here.
She's great. She did an awesome job.
Yeah,
I
she's a
agree.
good girl.
So when we look at this, are we saying that it's in the way of people dragging? Like, I don't know how all that works. Like how people like,
How
are
they
we
operate.
saying, yes, like, are they we saying they can work around this, or are we saying that it's just, because I guess I don't understand it.
But-
I don't do dragging, so.
Well, there's pogie fishing that takes place there, and there has been a little increase in the amount of oysters that lay right along that area within that subtitle, and people do drag on them. I've drugged there before, but I don't believe there's a whole lot of Europeans left right there. There's probably more Americans now than there is Europeans.
On your checklist.
So I had a question on the application. Is this a oyster, scallop, clams, quahog? Is it all four? Is it whatever you decide later on, or?
I put all four in there because of how much of a pain it is to reapply. I don't have any plans to grow anything other than oysters at the moment.
Okay.
And I also wasn't sure what was on there prior. I know scallops were on there prior, and I wanted to match because it wasn't my application there before. I was listed as an assistant,
Okay.
and so I didn't have access to the application from 2019. So I just tried to recreate it as best as I could.
I just hadn't seen one with all four listed yet.
Yeah, I mean, we might try in the future. I know the guy who was there previously tried scallops. They didn't do too well. And I'm looking to diversify and do clams as well. So that's why they're on there. But
So was this a lease before and someone gave it
yeah,
up? and
yeah, exactly.
wanted to take it
So
over?
yeah, this guy was getting out of the Sean Shannon was the prior applicant, and he was getting out of it, and he listed us as assistants, and we bought his gear and worked that for a few years, and then he stopped renewing it, and they changed the rules, so now you couldn't be an assistant as easily. So I'm putting him under my name now.
As long as they don't interfere with the use.
Yeah, so that's the background. So that way I can keep working it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're set on this spot? You don't,
No, actually, that's just where they were before. But if we wanted to move it,
needed to move it
we
outside
definitely
of that
could.
area, you'd be willing to?
Yep.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yep. Just so you guys can get a reference, I put a little length thing on there. So the current proposed area for those LPAs is about 350 feet from where the pokey toes were going on that he recorded. Just, it's hard to get distance when you're so I just wanted to point that out.
So it's not in the way of pokey towing?
No, it's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it
Oh,
looks like it's.
I see.
Like, this is an actual recorded, like, in the landings data, like, this was definitely a pokey toe. This is
Yeah.
designated as, fishermen have said this is area that they use, and that's why we mapped it out that way. So you're looking at, this is this is basically known historical pokey towing area, and this is an actual, like, documented last year, this guy definitely circled up on some fish right there.
Okay.
He goes, of course.
Max, is there gear there now?
No, we removed hasn't had gear this past summer.
This was the first summer it didn't have gear there?
Correct. Yeah, this was the first summer it didn't have gear. Yeah, exactly.
And how many years did you guys have gear
I
there?
think it was since 2019. Yeah, so 2019 to 2024 there was gear there. 2025 there wasn't, and then so now we're here.
And Darcy, is there anything in the file with complaints or anything like that in the file?
I tried to look through the history on that area, and I didn't see anything, and, Paul doesn't have anything in the records of the committees. Obviously, there wasn't a Fisheries Committee back then, so.
Harbor and Waterfront would have had it.
Yeah,
We
there
had
was,
in Harbor Waterfront, and
Yep.
if there's issues, they come back up, but
there was
it's
nothing
just
that
a
I could find.
1 year.
Yep. Yeah, no, there was nothing that I could find. They were just renewed without incident for all of those years.
They wouldn't necessarily come up through the town anyway. They'd probably come up through Marine Patrol or something we wouldn't know.
The town
about.
gets notified when LPAs are up for renewal. The town gets a notice of, all these LPAs are up for renewal in your town. And usually it's either just the harbor master's office, or because we have Harbor and Waterfront and now the Fisheries Committee, everybody can weigh in if they have comments, and it gets kind of consolidated and sent to DMR before
If-
they renew.
If somebody was to call and complain to the wardens, though, would we be notified as a municipality?
I think that would go directly to DMR if it went to the
Yeah,
wardens. It
That's
would-
what you were asking, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't circle back to us.
I'm guessing they would contact the harbor masters. I mean, if there was
You
an issue,
would,
right?
you would hope
I
they
think
would.
Yep.
That's because you're a nice guy, Billy.
No, I just think that would make sense. I mean,
That's why it
If
probably
you,
doesn't.
if
matter.
you've dealt with DMR enough, those statements don't fall on you.
Well,
It's so easy.
If they can't get in touch,
No.
if they
I
don't
think
know
there's a
the,
changing the guard there.
There is, but it's a slow change. I absolutely 100% agree.
That things are maybe changing.
It's
there.
a slow change.
if you don't know the individual of the farm, the buoy, they usually just take the acronyms off the buoy and they'll get in touch with DMR. And, unless you know a little bit about it, then you can get on an aquaculture web map and find out exactly whose it is. But for fishermen that don't know, I think that's what they'd probably do is get in touch with marine law enforcement, and if there ever was an issue, or if someone wrapped their pokey net up around.
Can we maybe find out if they do forward any complaints to us?
I mean, yeah, I can ask them. I'm gonna guess Allison's correct, that
I think
DMR
so,
feels
too.
no obligation to.
No.
But it'd be
circle
nice
back
if
and
they
share.
could.
We-
Maybe.
We can ask.
Right, that's all I was getting at.
It'd
It'd be nice if you could help us. do
And if
what
they
you're
don't,
doing.
we would say, hey, we would love to be notified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Fill up the inbox.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it has been any conflict, but as fishing goes, as all of us knows, it changes from year to year, whatever regulations. I'm sure there was a reason there wasn't some certain fishing going on at different times. It's not always see what's happening in the water or, that. It's also what regulations have been being put down that changes how fishing happens too, so. And it's not just it's just to make sure that there's not gonna be a conflict. You don't want your gear dragged and someone doesn't want stuff in their gear, you know what I mean? It's just trying to be cautious for everybody. That was the whole reason to make the map, was so we don't have people going, you friggin' oyster farmers, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the whole gist of this.
I'm surprised that's all you got for coordinates right there because I've seen a lot of pogies seined right there.
I only asked a couple guys in the harbor.
Yeah. Huh.
We need more people to come in and say that stuff too, though. I mean, I'm looking at foreign stuff to me, this.
Well, the bottom, geographically right there, kind of, bottlenecks the pogies right there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be challenging trying to chase them in behind those LPAs. You'd have to have a certain window to achieve that. Where it shows up like that.
Let's say he went through with it for the year until the LPAs are up. How hard is it to change it on the application to say, okay, I've caused conflict, I'm gonna just move over a little?
So the DMR doesn't allow you to just move. They would make him start the process
Start,
over.
okay, that's what I
But
was.
that is a tool.
Don't-
We have.
I'm pretty good at it now.
Yeah, no, I,
I mean, if you guys.
not fun though.
We have kind of provisionally supported another LPA over by White's Island, saying well, all right, give them a year, and then if it turns
Right.
out there's a problem, we have an opportunity now, the way the system is set up, as the town, to make comments in December before it gets renewed.
Right.
To say, look, there was guys in there, it was an issue,
Right.
that spot's not great, so there's no real harm in trying it out for one season. I mean, the guys might, feel differently who fish in there, but it's a way to kind of find that middle ground. Is it going to be a problem or is it not going to be a problem? And you're not committing for a 10-year period of that's
Exactly.
closed out forever. We just have however many months there are until December, whenever this LPA gets granted, is the window of kind of the test time, so.
Right.
So as I do so well, I'll be the devil's advocate, is that, and just sitting through some of the fishing meetings that we just were at the forum, is that fishing happens when fishing happens. I don't know where pogies go and flow, and they don't just like show up in the same spot all the time. And a shortage of bait, and pogies being bait that we use. I worry about, like, we're making this map, we're seeing that this could be a conflict, and then just saying, just putting this in, and it's probably gonna live with me forever now, just hearing this older man talk in a meeting and saying how his days were cut, and he lost $100,000 in a season of fishing, on the fishing that he did. And just that can impact somebody's living, and I don't wanna just nonchalantly be like, let's just try it for a year and just see if it works. If someone, I've never towed pogies, I don't know. I wish Jerry was here to talk a little bit more about how far the has to be towed out and how far it takes to turn when you have all this gear on a boat, and I don't know. And
They go where they want to go.
but and then I would also be, if I was a fisherman, I would be upset to drag oyster gear. Oh my lordy. I'm not used to not being loud enough, Marion.
Well, you're loud enough in here, but.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
So that's my worry, is that I don't want to just be like, try it, and then it's a mess for everybody. So I don't know. That's why I thought that we made the map, was to make sure that is 350 feet enough to tow and turn around and tow. I
I
don't know.
know the guy that has the marks there has a 600-foot net. So he needs a little bit more than that even to start and make the circle. He needs close to 1,000 feet.
You know,
probably.
this map to me is taking in consideration of those fishermen that have tried in the past and their voices weren't heard. A lot of them, their voices aren't heard, and they suck it up and they deal with it. To me, I think that map is in defense of a lot of those fishermen that are, a lot of the older fishermen, they think there is nothing they can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
They think, to me, this map is, is there a lot of pogie fishing that goes on the west side of Bombazine? Right in there by the 16-foot channel?
Yeah, I saw one set last summer, because we're over by Lower Coombs right there on the east side of Lower Coombs. So I saw one set right on that 16.
I remember when I looked at DMR, I might be able to find them and bring them up on my computer, sent me the 10-minute squares of the pogie fishing effort all throughout Harpswell. And the highest concentration of effort in all of Harpswell is around that Bombazine Island.
The way it's made.
Okay, and it's because the way the current's coming out under the Gurnett, and then you have the New Meadows coming down and the open ocean below it, everything congregates right there.
Can we take the map and go further west? Is there,
Oh, yeah, look at that.
yeah. Max, where is your, don't you have a lease coming out of the,
We're like beside Lower Coombs where the 7
yeah,
and the 8
is there room outside of that,
Because that shoal right there, so they're never
Yeah.
gonna be able to set.
We already have a lease right there.
Yeah,
It's pretty skinny. It's an acre and a quarter or something like that. And then against the shoal to the north, we have another acre and a quarter.
I don't think I have the current leases on here.
The one issue with moving around too much is you can only have 4 LPAs within 1,000 feet of another 4. So those will be the only 4 LPAs within 1,000 feet. So you couldn't fit, if we had those there, you couldn't fit any more LPAs in 1,000-foot radius. I'll also say those LPAs have been there, for 5 years prior. And there was a lot of, there's definitely some pogie fishing right where it says 36 and 33 to the east of Bombazine. Yeah, that's probably where there's more bigger sets, I think. I haven't seen them. I didn't see that one up against Bombazine Island, or actually those 4 up against Bombazine Island. But I mean, we did have a history of getting along fine. Yeah, but I mean, I also understand that the fish are moving, and if they're right there, you'd want to set on them right there. You wouldn't want to wait for them to move again. So I mean, I did some pogie fishing with Cody Gillis, who's at a lookout point, and we were in Middle Bay and McCoy Bay, fishing around the oyster farms there, and you did have to wait if they were right up on it, and so. Yeah, I mean, and just how you would if they're in a string of lobster traps or a mooring. So it would be asking if there were pogies there for someone to wait for them to move. Yeah.
You're using the same gear that you want to use the same gear in this proposal that you're using over on your existing lease right now, that year and a half.
Yeah, same gear, and the same gear that was there prior as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Pogie area.
Looks to be a prime spot for fishing, for sure.
Yeah.
We gotta go down the checklist.
Yeah.
So before we start the checklist, Max, here's where I'm at per this conversation and one that I recently had with the DMR. Question F, does the proposed activity unreasonably interfere with the commercial fishing activities? They would not give us a definition of unreasonably, and that's why this map was created.
Yeah.
So if they don't give us a definition, how do we make a decision? So I'm just telling you where I'm at before we do the checklist. You said you might be willing to move it. That's fine. Or we can do the checklist and you can take your chances with the state. I don't think what I'm saying or what I'm about to tell you is going to slow you down from getting your lease. But I won't be putting my name on this because of this map. You may have another way around through the select board or something else, but I'm not going to sign it due to that. But we can do the list, check everything else off. I mean, your paperwork's in order. I think everything else is, I don't see any other conflict. And like I said, they don't, pretty much when I talk to them, they don't give a squat about what I had to say. So I don't think it's gonna impede you from getting your lease, but
Eventually the-
that's where I'm at. I will
eventually the
not be
map will
signing this
matter.
one. Eventually, someday it will, but,
Yeah, I definitely understand that the
and it's
consistency.
not
yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
It just happens that you're the first applicant that's come in since we finally talked to
Yeah.
them about what unreasonable means.
Yeah.
And going forward, anybody that's watching this at home, online, I will not be signing any lease that is in a shaded-in area on the legacy fishing maps.
Fair. Yeah.
Just how it is. That's exactly why this map was created. So, it also gives you the opportunity ahead to look and say, shoot, no sense in messing with that, when I can just go over here. So-
Yeah.
So
You're
going
still gonna
forward.
go through the checklist though, and if.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely,
if
absolutely.
everybody- If the
Absolutely.
committee,
can, it's not just your decision.
Right.
right, if the committee overrules you, then it can certainly be signed, unfortunately.
I'm saying the committee's probably in favor, I'm just saying it's,
So we'll go down through the list.
do the list.
Does the proposed activity generate any discharge into the water?
No.
Does the applicant propose to use aquaculture gear markings approved by the commissioner and the rules adopted?
Yes.
If an LPA, does the gear excluding mooring equipment cover more than 400 square feet?
No.
Oh. And I also wanted to add or ask before we start this, we may have to back up. Can we do all 4 of these at once, guys, instead of one at a time? Okay, so we're doing all 4 of these at once. Okay, all right. So we're on C, if an LPA does the gear, exclude mooring equipment, cover more than 400 square feet. Yes, no?
No, not the one. So each one is 400 square feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have just one linear, lease out, you got 4 of them. Does it take up a substantial amount of room, actually?
So the answer is actually yes.
Well, no,
No,
you're
it's not individual.
no, because you're technically doing it individually. You have to fill
Okay.
out 4 individual
Yeah.
ones, and the answer to each individual one.
All right. Does the proposed activity present any unreasonable impediment to safe navigation?
Darcy?
No, I don't believe so. The channel's further out.
Does the proposed activity unreasonably interfere with ingress or egress of riparian owners?
No.
Does the proposed activity unreasonably interfere with commercial fishing activities?
According to that map,
According to the map and the 4 sets within the 350 feet, it does.
Does the proposed activity unreasonably interfere with recreational fishing activities?
Max talks about that in his application, but it seems like it doesn't.
Will the proposed activity be unreasonably consider? Will the proposed activity be unreasonably considering the number and density of other aquaculture activities in the area?
It sounds like, can I ask this quick question? You said this is the only spot where you can fit an LPA because of the other activity going on in the area?
Yeah, you got it.
So
Yeah.
That kind of gives us an idea about what's happening in this area. There's not a ton of room because there's
Right.
already
Sorry.
lots of activity
Hang
going
on, let
on.
me find the DMR map.
Does the proposed location, species, or activity present a risk to the public health?
Yeah.
If an LPA, does the applicant hold more than 3 other limited proposed aquaculture licenses issued by the DMR?
No.
Is the consent of the riparian owner obtained if the activity is located above the mean low water mark?
It's not located above mean low.
That's it.
I got a question on this, and I love the work that you guys have done with the just the mapping the legacy fishing. And I actually was a part of it too. And no other towns have done this yet, and I think a lot of other towns are. And I think what's gonna result in it is a lot better applications coming forward.
Right.
You know, a lot less conflict.
Correct.
Just with my experience pogie fishing, like those moorings, for example, to the south, those would also get in the way. And I'm just curious, like, would you be approving moorings that are in legacy fishing territory too?
I probably would not, now that we have this
Yeah.
information. We don't get a ton of applications for new moorings. A lot of it's just switching hands from
Yeah.
stuff that's already there. But I would tend to not issue a mooring for a spot that is clearly designated as a commercial fishing territory. So those are essentially grandfathered because they were there. They've been there, but
A mooring is usually one line attached to one buoy,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
easier for them to clear that out of the net than it is
Mm.
something with one line coming up and attached to
Multiple,
a bunch of
yeah.
cages, because then you'd
Yeah.
end up with all the cages where if they sit
Yeah.
around that mooring,
Yeah.
they let the tide pull them away from it, and it will pop out and they'll lose a few fish, but they won't lose the whole set and have a
Yeah.
big mess to.
I see what
to
you're
deal
saying.
with.
Yeah.
Mooring's a far cry from what would the footprint be on top of the water after you had your 4
It's-
LPA splayed out
133 feet long for each of them.
for each of them, and
Yeah.
you're butting 2 together, correct? So you'd have
Yeah.
2.
266.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how wide do you think that?
It's 3 feet wide. I think I had on there 3 by 133.
Oh.
And like how
Spaced
from like
apart.
yeah, how spaced apart?
Yeah. Probably about 20 feet, like a boat length. Or yeah.
So you're just talking like 25, 30 feet across by
Yeah.
266 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
these are the existing leases in this area. These 2 little skinny guys right here. And then, is this still under review? Is that?
Yeah. No movement on that.
Yeah.
We'll see
Nothing
what happens
yet?
with that. No, I mean, it's years.
They've had that, yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years already, but no word on anything, so we'll see.
What do they do?
Oh, don't even ask.
There's a lot of people applying, you guys know, so you get put in the bottom of the line.
Well, so there was no other room, can we go back to that
Yep.
off-culture
Yep.
map? There's no other room for any LPAs further north in the New Meadows? What are those standard leases right there? I know one's yours, what's the other one?
So that each are at an acre and a quarter, just about, and that's actually one standard lease split into 2 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
so those are both yours?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
an LPA there. This is an LPA here. This, the little green dots.
That's an off-wheeler, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't
because that's
go on
right
the
at,
west side of the island.
over
You're
here.
within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
And also the flats reach out a little further than what's on the map on that side.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So what's the next step? Do we have to vote or?
So done? You,
We're
it's up to
done.
you guys.
Move on to the next item.
Wish I could sign it for you.
Oh no, I get it. I mean, I was applying for the same spot that was that it was before, and so, I mean, I can shop around and as well, but
Do you see any other like edges you could push out to and still have it not be too shallow for the cages?
I mean, I could work towards the.
Like, could you get down
Yeah.
to the inside area here where you're?
Yeah, I'd have to go before the Marine Resource, or the Shellfish Committee for that, because it'd be less than 5 feet in depth. But I could look to do that too.
David, what do you think off the bat of like something in that area? Is that gonna, on the outside of the flats, but still in, you know, the extreme intertidal? What are your, not committing anything, but just ballpark idea?
No, I mean, his experimental in that location is really what prompted these maps to begin with, and I've already voiced, you know, my opinion. I can't speak for all the marine resources, but no, go like maybe further south.
Another option, I mean, if we're worried about space against bombazine to do that, it's still in the legacy fishing territory either way. I was thinking we could move north a little bit too, but
Yeah, what's that up here? Is there?
Where that 23
Yeah,
is
is
above
there-
Upper Clues.
I think that would be in navigation, in between.
Oh, right between, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Where to the west, though, where the 23 is on the top Upper
Over
Clues.
here? That's a heck of a thing to get into.
We did have oysters up there once. Those are my father's LPAs. Where that, it's called Chuck's Hole, where that 23 is. They didn't grow very good there because it's kind of a dead end there. And we actually had some mortality because I don't really know why. It's just a dead end at low tide. So
You don't think they grew that? Why? Because there weren't enough flow going over that exact footprint?
yeah, I think it could have been just not enough flow or not enough oxygen, but we got out of there because it wasn't good for them. But that's why they have the LPA, so you can test stuff out, you know,
Yeah.
for a year. But no, I respect everyone's decision here. I respect the map. It makes sense. I think it sounds like what I was looking for this application was a harbor master signature. But it sounds like I probably can't get one because what I'm hearing is it would unreasonably interfere with fishing. And so then I'm back to the drawing board. I might still be able to put it in the application, you know, where this committee stands behind their map, and then I leave it up to the DMR to decide if that's unreasonable. But who knows how long that would take, so I might look elsewhere as well. But yeah, this makes sense to me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming back. I know you've been here a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I might come back maybe next month. So with
okay.
the new spot, I wish while I'm here if we could take.
Certainly.
Yeah, I mean I'm here,
Can't
but
do that.
Yeah,
I know I don't want to take up your whole meeting.
Yep.
It's gonna be my homework to do. But in the future, how long would you guys like to review the application? Like if I were to, if we
That
want
was
to.
part on me. I didn't get it.
Oh, no,
as soon as I should.
It's all good. Like, would it be like, is a week enough time? Because now I'm looking at maybe 3 weeks till the next season or the next when you would want another
Right.
application that is not in the legacy fishing area.
We'd like to see the agenda come out around the first of the month, roughly,
Okay.
so it can
Okay.
be approved and then sent out to committee. But
Yeah.
if it's a slow agenda, we can always add stuff on too, so.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch with Matt if I want to try another area, if I can find one.
And Max, I know our goal is to have all the legacy fishing areas on like a town website map portal thing that's
Yeah.
on our work list, so it's not quite there yet, but if you have areas you want to check out, I'm happy to project a map for you so you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, that would save some.
She's your better contact than me because I
Gotcha.
can't access the map
Yeah.
like she can. They don't give me that much power.
Yeah, it would save a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I got, you know what I got? What I got is I got everything but the location for the next one. I got everything else written out.
There you
So
go.
yeah, it's it'll be a lighter lift for this one. But thank you for your time, everyone. I'll let you get on with the rest of your agenda.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Max, I just want to say too, I really appreciate
Yeah.
you working with us and being understanding about it, because I understand, like, looking through these applications, it is a pain in the butt, and having to keep redoing it and keep coming back, and then having more concerns, and then I appreciate you not being confrontational or
Yeah.
being upset at all. Like, I think you've handled it very well, and I think that is good on all of us to be working
Yeah.
together and having better relationships in the fisheries. So I appreciate that, because that's really what we're working towards.
Absolutely. I mean, I think what you guys are doing is great. I mean, this is really helpful for me. I'm very used to having a lot of patience and these sort of things taking many years oftentimes to get started, and that's just the way it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's
good
this
practice
clarity
when
is
you
really
go
good.
Talk to the
This
DMR.
is, I
Yeah.
think, I think the committee and aquaculturists as a whole agree on what I'm about to say, and I think this is more reason to kind of push DMR to allow you guys to amend the location. Where you wouldn't be amending any other part of the application.
Yeah.
You'd just
Exactly.
be amending your location, but they're gonna squeeze an extra couple of dollars out of you for that.
Yeah.
Which we don't think is right, you don't think is
Yeah.
right. You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't benefit anybody but DMR, so.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that would be my only other piece of advice, you know, maybe the more DMR hears that, the more apt they are to change that. You
Yeah.
know, and this would be such a simple process for us, yourself, everybody,
Mm-hmm.
if all you were doing is just coming back next month with a new location for us to review, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to resubmit, and pay another fee and stuff like that.
That's so
And it
good.
would streamline it for
we
everyone
talked
too.
about that.
You know, I can understand if you
We're
were
not
gonna be
gonna recharge
changing species or gear or stuff
Yeah.
like that, but where you're just moving from place to place, DMR should allow that to happen, you know, so it's more of a streamlined and financially less burdensome of a process.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I can do here, and I don't want to I wouldn't want to personally, because I know you said this is not personal, but it's you just have to stand behind the map that everyone made. I could leave it up to DMR to see if they would approve it in the area, regardless of the map. And I wouldn't want to, I really respect the map, but I mean that's an opportunity too.
I told you that at the beginning.
Yeah.
I said, if you want to, go for it. I'm not signing it.
The thing is, yeah, and I really respect that, but I just don't want to
Good luck.
be off on, I don't know,
It would be a good little test to see how much DMR respects our map.
we could try it. I mean, it is
Totally
just
up
a
to
year, but the thing is, it also might, if I don't get that signature, it might make the process take so long that I can't even farm oysters this year.
It's too bad that they couldn't
But-
just kind of tell you, kind of give you, but they'll tell you we can't
Yeah.
give you legal advice.
We're
just Alright.
advisory, though. It's not even our decision.
Right.
It's their decision to make. It's
Yeah.
the commissioner's job to sign it. It's
Yeah.
not ours. We're just giving our
Correct.
input. You know, that's
Yep.
it. That's all we're giving. So do with
All
it
right.
what you want, but we're giving you our input. And
Yeah.
We put a lot of work in that map, had a lot of conversations, and George makes a really good point to respecting the map and people who didn't speak before, and all those things are important, so,
I'm gonna,
to say yes or no, it's just up
Yeah.
to say, we think there may be an issue there.
I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. I'll look anywhere else that I can possibly go, and to see if anything makes sense. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the DMR though. We'll see. But yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Be here. Matt, do you want to give us I think you had an update on the working waterfront sign?
Yeah, I can do that. I talked to Katie Neal, our recreation director, and she's also apparently our sign director.
Here's your sign.
Just keep adding jobs.
I don't know
to
if
it.
there's anything she doesn't do.
She literally gets handed whatever job somebody doesn't have.
I
She's
agree with
awesome.
that, I'm the sign director of the town, that's all.
Yeah, she's awesome. But what she was getting at is Carrot Signs is the outfit that made the welcome the Harpswell sign that's up there now, and she wasn't aware that the committee was discussing creating a new sign, and she came to talk to me and didn't want to step on anybody's toes or offend anybody, but she hates the signs as much as we do. To put it short, the banner ones, she says they don't stay up,
Yeah.
they rip and shred. And when she's supportive and wants to see us come up with a sign design, but she said once we come up with that design, we should go to Carrot Signs and they can make it so it matches. It's made out of the same wood and material that the current sign is, and that have hooks on the bottom, so she can add an additional sign if she needs to.
Yeah,
The
like
sign-
fireworks this weekend.
You're
or,
right.
Whatever.
Right, exactly. But besides that, you guys are more than welcome to come up with a design, and she just asked that Carrot Signs makes it so everything matches and kind of jives together.
That's fine.
And she'll help put it up for you, even, she said.
I was also thinking, I'm not very creative, as I don't know how all you are, but maybe we should make this a community thing where maybe it's a contest where people kind of, I'm sure there's plenty of creative people in Harpswell. And I don't know, maybe just winning the sign itself is reward enough, or I have oysters, I'll give oysters, or Billy has Dolphin Marina. No. I don't know, maybe it'll be like a submitting thing on Facebook, like, or you guys might have great ideas. I was
Sammy
just
did her
trying.
homework. Did anyone else?
I have
That was
something,
my
but I'm
homework.
not-
That's what we talked about
Oh,
in
okay.
the email.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, I
You
don't
can
know.
do it where they just have to submit it informally, like on paper. Have to submit a design that they've drawn or put on.
What are you looking for, how it's worded as well, or just you want the shape of it or something, or a picture, or?
I think you guys.
Right.
Any or all.
I mean, there's
Unless
lots of,
someone just wants a square and write what it is, then we don't need to go through
I mean,
all
the
that.
design of the sign's already there, essentially, right? We're
It
not
could be.
changing the sign.
No, you're
The
just
sign that
adding
says Town
something
of
below
Harpswell.
it that says something about a working
Yeah.
waterfront community.
Well, then maybe
Darcy,
carrot
can you put a photo of the
signs.
sign?
What?
Can you bring up a photo of the sign that's there?
Oh,
Is it on the website, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe the people
I
that
think
did
it
it
is.
can come up with something that would look nice.
That was Carrot Signs.
Right,
so it-
have them maybe come up
Yeah.
with an idea and then we can look at it.
She
and-
was fine with that if you guys wanted to do that, but if you
Yeah.
guys wanted to design it, she didn't want to take that.
Right, I mean, she could give
Design
us
away
an
from-
idea of what, because I'm sure she knows how to
I don't know if we
make
got
it
in
match.
I thought there was a sign.
I thought there was.
She might have
They
rotated
got
it
images
off.
on the web.
Yeah, I
How
think.
old is Hartsville?
Yeah.
Harpswell 17 something.
Yeah, we're 200 something.
So many years of heritage.
So my idea was to whoever the creator of the sign is,
Yeah.
I'd like to incorporate the buoy colors of the three fishermen that we lost last year. Somehow, or as many as possible, because there's like 6 different colors, but there could be a border with a
So a rainbow
pinstripe could
sign?
cover 2 colors. Well, it could be light blue,
You
yellow
have
with
every
light blue
color of
writing.
every
I know
color
what
would
colors,
cover all
yeah,
the
we got
movies.
orange, white, yellow, blue, and red, so.
Right.
But if they could incorporate as many of those colors, I think that'd be a nice gesture. So, that was my idea.
Cool, yeah, I like it.
No, I think she swapped them out. Probably was on
I
there.
almost took a picture of it the other day.
There's probably, if you go to the web and just
Idea.
search.
I think if we did a
All right, all you
contest,
backseat
we'd get some
drivers.
pretty amazing designs that would be stuff that we wouldn't even fathom on this board. or
Maybe
committee
you
or
guys
whatever
just come
is
up with the
clear.
wording you want on it and then send the design out.
Right.
I mean,
What
the
did-
words are the most important, right? Like, you
Yeah.
don't wanna distract too much.
Yeah, there we go. It's this
There it
right
is.
here.
Matt, what was it I told you my mother-in-law said? Remember,
Oh,
it was the,
you-
Yeah.
we're gonna have
Whoa.
to go way back.
Yeah, that's that's a big ask.
Um,
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so if you just,
oh, it was,
That's nice.
I know what it was, a proud working
So
waterfront
smart. Okay.
community.
Yeah.
Or proud working waterfront or something like that.
I mean, there's not a lot of space to do too much there, right?
Right.
Because you can't,
It's lit.
No, it's just gonna go across under where that a working waterfront. Get rid of that and have a nice wooden one.
Yeah.
But you can do multiple, you could have like 3 drop downs right there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
That
what-
was
what
kind of the
community-
idea is to
Yeah.
have.
So like the town, when it's town meeting day, town meeting is, you know,
Yeah.
we could have a little more,
Yeah.
it's a
Use
working
out of
waterfront
it.
community that does not allow fireworks.
except on these very few days.
I like it. That's perfect.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do? What was your resolution on this issue?
I don't know.
I think we should see what Carrot
Sam and
Signs
I-
has for an idea. Maybe because they created it, maybe they'll have something like.
But I think you guys should come up with the wording that you want.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think maybe we should just see if Carrot Designs can come up with something after we give them wording. We don't
Yeah.
have to agree to what they do, but they could probably make it look nice.
I like
seeing they-
Allison's idea of proud working waterfront community. They make it kind of the same kind of size, and then, like George said, maybe a few buoys on there or a boat or something.
Just incorporate the colors.
The colors. yeah.
Maybe
Just
if
the colors.
have it, because as unfortunate as it is, we're gonna lose people
Yeah.
every year. So I wonder if we could have a way so we had mini buoys that
Just
you
add
could
'em.
add
Hang the buoy
or
on.
hang the buoy
Yeah.
off of there.
Sure.
Kind
They
of
could
thing. You
even
know, I mean,
hang
maybe
it
that's
from
something
the
we can
side.
do ourselves as the committee.
Yep.
I don't know who's a carpenter.
Find some crafty person to do.
Yeah.
So we've got a ton of them in
Well,
town.
they sell the little mini buoys.
Right.
We could just paint
We
them.
could even
Yeah.
do that on
You
the
could.
post
But
if they let
thanks.
us. If they let us, Matt, we could even hang them on the post, small, on the side.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is a good idea,
That's
though.
really nice.
Cool.
Come up with the words, and I can bring it to Carrot Signs before your next meeting, and come back next meeting with a design if you guys figure out what words you want on
Yep.
it.
Okay.
I like it.
More homework.
Look
So
at
it's
that.
back to
Well,
us
watch-
designing
watch-
it
let's-
again. I was
let's
trying
do
to-
it right
now.
I was
Just
trying to test
we
the boxes.
Just the
somebody else.
language.
We just need the
Just
language.
let's give some language to start.
Yeah, let's just throw
And
some
have-
out there because they don't have to keep that
Have Darcy
language.
send it to Carrot. or to,
Yeah. We can see how it looks.
You can't fit that many words, right? I mean,
No.
You said a proud.
a proud
Oh,
working
you're right, small
waterfront
though, yeah.
community.
Yeah, I think we should try that.
Let's see something.
That's a lot, though. That's like that's 2 boards already underneath it.
Just make the letters smaller.
If you get rid of the.
They can
seal,
make it
need
longer
a little
though,
more.
right?
Sure, it's something smaller.
Like they can make
It's
it
the town seal.
the length of it,
No, it's like
the
a little-
width of it longer.
It's this thing. It's the boat with the little.
But that doesn't look like.
I think we should.
I think that's what that is.
ask
Put
Katie
some
to
language.
reach out to
I was
them
That's
talking
what I
about
was
this little
thinking.
guy.
based
Yeah,
on
Katie
that
can
sign,
do it.
There you go.
Just to get something.
Right.
Look
Yep.
at it,
Wait,
that was
yeah.
terrible, or
Moving forward.
Yep,
Okay, that's where we're at.
perfect.
We're gonna have Katie reach out to
What do you,
Carrot
what was
Signs.
it?
We're gonna have Katie reach out to
Start with
Carrot
that.
Signs
All
and
right, working waterfront
give us an
community.
Just have
idea.
something to look
Something
at.
similar.
Oh, like a mock-up. of-
yeah, and then they'll come up with something, and then we're like, that looks terrible, or like,
Yeah.
all right, let's change this.
Yep.
Also,
Yeah.
we're gonna be looking at this again next month, and me and
Right.
Mike.
You can be looking.
There's probably a different way to say it, too, so it's not as many words, but when you put me
We'll
on
let
the
them-
spot like this. no.
Also,
They
you
know
can
how much
ask
room
Carrot
they
Signs
have.
if they
They'll
wanna
manage it.
change the language, they can try too.
Yes.
Let them
You're
do
getting
whatever
just
they
kicking the
want.
can, just kicking the can.
Don't kick the can.
I have to, someone's grumpy over here.
Oh, wait.
He is. I can.
Well, I've made promises I can't
Trust
keep.
me, I'm right there with you.
Unity,
There you go.
isn't it?
Okay, go ahead. We're done with that.
Romantics going on with it.
All right, Laura, you got 4 minutes under new business. I told you you should have gone
That's-
first.
That's a long time.
Take your time. Take your time.
My colleague Alex up, but I have 2 topics. One, the Working Waterfront Science Scholarship is open. It's for 2 Harpswell seniors that are interested in doing something after they graduate from high school in marine science, civil engineering, marine engineering. Could be Undergraduate, could be trade school. We've sponsored somebody to go to the landing school. It's $5,000 and a laptop for a Harpswell senior. It's open till May 30. So I'm going to share the flyer with the chair of the committee following this meeting. The second topic is a topic that was briefly introduced to a few members of the committee during a visit to the Marine Science Center. I'm going to ask my colleague Alex Asher to come up and talk briefly about a new project that the Quahog Bay Conservancy is just in the planning stages on, to get your input. I'm going to ask Alex just to give a brief overview, given the time, and offer that we can come back for discussion after. I've learned so much from this committee about what you all take into account, and as I said last time, I know that you want to know things before they start, rather than after they're happening and have problems. Over to Alex.
Thank you.
Hey, folks. So I'm Alex. I'm a researcher at Quahog Bay Conservancy. So the project Laura is talking about is one we've been considering for the last few months and kind of planning and thinking about how to do best. And it is to start trying to found a lobster hatchery at the Quahog Bay Conservancy for restocking purposes within Harpswell and along Casco Bay. There's a history of hatcheries for lobster within Maine and kind of the wider Atlantic coast in Canada, in the U.S., and in even in Norway, Ireland, and England. These things kind of, especially within the U.S., have popped up. They run their course in like 2 to 3 years or so, and then they stop sort of functioning as well. I think there's a few reasons for that. One is that they're largely volunteer-based. Funding, obviously, is always an issue. And another thing is they are done as kind of a volume game of let's see how many young lobsters that we can shoot out the door as quick as possible so we can have big numbers every year to report back. The way we're going about it at QBC is that we're going to be very intentional in our planning and careful in our scaling. I think there is a large issue that is being recognized right now in larval diets among researchers, and I think also the few hatcheries that still exist in places like England. In the past, they have been fed very low-quality food. It allows them to grow very quickly, but if you look at a picture of a lobster that is reared in a lab versus out in the field, they're about a quarter the size, and they look kind of flimsy and wimpy. So you can imagine if we just focused on throwing 100,000 wimpy little lobsters out there every year, we'd have big numbers, but most likely we're not actually having a big impact. So for the next few years, basically, we are planning and scaling slowly and thinking about research topics and projects that we can run to be able to do this intentionally and to put out large, robust larvae, juvenile lobsters, rather than just pumping out numbers of larvae that will just kind of disappear and not really have a real impact. In addition to that, we'll also be thinking about ways that we can reach out to the community and found educational programs and research that will go along to support the industry and support lobster research and potential hatcheries in the state. I think that is, I don't want to go too far over time, so I'm happy to take any questions now, or I think people know how to get in touch with Laura. You can reach me through her.
I will send you some information of someone else who is pursuing this same type of.
We were just taking Nate for a petition to start more lobster hatcheries in Maine.
Yeah.
With NAFSFA. So I'd like to actually connect you guys. So I was actually just texting him.
Yeah, did you talk to the guy from Canada, Louis?
I did, yeah, Louis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, perfect. I was going to give you his name, but you already have it.
Yes.
Be great.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll connect with you.
One quick question for you. How do you have any plans to monitor them once you release them?
Absolutely. Yes, sorry, that's actually a crucial part that I left out. That's another big issue, I think, in past hatcheries,
Right.
and a lot of current hatcheries, is once you kick them out the door, there's no follow-up, and so you can't prove that you've actually had an impact. So yes, I am thinking a lot about that, and that is a crucial part of us as we scale up and as we continue developing this program, is to think of ways that we can monitor early life history of juvenile lobsters and be able to tag and follow up with the lobsters that we release to show that we are actually, in fact, having an impact.
Good deal.
Awesome.
Sounds exciting.
I know,
Yep,
I love
very
it.
exciting. Good, cool.
Great.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Couple of things very quickly. You guys know my expertise is not in email, but I'm going to attempt to send you something from the food sovereignty document that we didn't get prior. There's been some amendments, and they would like to get that turned into an ordinance 1 year from town meeting. So it's not an emergency, but it will come up again at this committee, and I'd like you guys to review it and just kind of have it on hand. That's one thing. So I'm going to attempt to get that to you soon, and any information from Laura that I get, I'll be sending that along. Look for that. And the next meeting is April 8th.
Okay, wait, I've got a couple things.
Okay?
So where were we at with the feeding the families in the schools thing we were gonna do?
I have reached out to Amanda Johnson at MSAD 75 and about partnering with them, and I was informed that they can only buy from certified vendors. I then went and found where our Senator Daughtry had passed a bill, I think a couple legislative sessions ago, that actually provided money for schools to buy fresh farm and produce, but they still have to buy from vendors. So the problem we'd run into is we could donate it, but we would have to donate it to a vendor who would then have to process it, and the school would have to buy it from them. So it's virtually impossible at this point. Go right ahead.
Maine Coast Fishermen's Association does exactly that.
I talked to Ben Martins,
Oh, you
and
did?
yeah,
You can't-
he was the one that was like, you're kind of,
But you can't sell it to them for them
no,
to
because
use
they
it
do
for
the
their-
same thing. They have partnered with a private enterprise that makes the crab cakes
Yeah,
or
right.
the
Soup,
monkfish
whatever, yeah.
soup,
Yeah.
and then they buy it from that because they're working with actual vendors. And they're buying the fish and getting them the fish already processed and paying that fee. And then the cooks are cooking it, turning it into meals that then the schools can buy from them. But we just don't have that type of, we don't have access to that type of distribution chain. And we don't have the staff to
So
access.
I'd be curious to know where we need to start to change that.
In
Which is probably
legislation.
federal, I'm sure, because.
No, I think we could change it on the state level.
It's a it's a food code is what it is.
Yeah, because you have to, it has to come from certified vendors, and we.
Well, how are we certified to sell it out of my truck, but not certified to sell it to kids?
Because a restaurant or any type of other facility has to buy it from a certified.
We are though, you are. I'm certified to, they, with a lobster
A
license.
restaurant can't buy, well, you own a restaurant, but anyway, a restaurant can't just buy it out of someone's truck. You have to buy it from a certified food licensed, facility. The school is no different than that. They're serving.
I'm not sure that's true.
100% sure. If you run a restaurant, you can't buy it out of someone's truck.
I mean, I buy them from me, so I don't know, I don't know.
If you're
if I'm
certified,
from-
you own a wharf, you have a license, you're licensed to sell.
But so are they with their licenses, licensed to sell out of their
Right,
trucks.
we would have to sell to a vendor, like,
Yeah.
you could do it, certainly, like, you could take all the product and process it, and the school could buy it from you, but that's putting all of it on you.
So that's, again, another hindrance to why people don't buy seafood, because
Yeah.
it's putting a middleman where it doesn't need to be a middleman. We're already licensed to do it to sell to the public, so it doesn't make sense that the public at school can't buy it. But anyway, I would like for us to further talk about that, or maybe some way that as we as a committee, or get our selectmen to write something for our reps, or I don't know where to start
It
with
might
but
be
it'd
worth
nice
maybe
to-
inviting in one of our reps or a senator to see if they would be willing to sponsor legislation that would make that pathway easier.
I would be for that.
We should figure out a way to make that easier, like what that would be.
Yeah.
Right.
Understand the food code section a little bit
Understand it a
better.
little bit.
I'll talk to, because I met with Ben Martins at NCFA there and talked to him about this. So I'll meet with him again and see if he has any suggestions that we could maybe streamline this with legislation and get it done easier. On that same note, I did, WGME 13 reached out to me and they want to do a story on the fishermen and feeding the
Yeah.
special agent at home, so They're gonna be doing a story on it in the near future.
That's cool.
I'm gonna try to delay it until next month in hopes that maybe they can come in and see the actual committee. So mind your P's and Q's next month if that happens.
He wasn't just
Best
looking
behavior.
just at me either. There was a few others he looked at too, not just me. And then,
I didn't single just you out.
I'm used to that, it's fine. What promotion and outreach did we agree that we were gonna start looking to do for our next thing besides the food thing? Did we discuss our next goal
We
for
did.
that?
We agreed that the goal we're working on right now is the sign.
And that was that?
That was it. We're trying to keep it
So
simple.
get pushy next month,
We need
okay? Gotcha.
we need a win.
Hey, at least he's moving ahead.
I wanna stay, I wanna keep going. And then also, we talked about, that if you guys, so the meeting with Carl happened, and these guys talked to him, and I did talk to him at the forum, and he's more than willing to come before the town and have a discussion with whatever you guys want. He just, probably George is the, committee head here, should be the one maybe to reach out if we all agree that's something we wanna do, and then have him come talk to us about whatever we wanna talk about. I think it'd be good to maybe just have that meeting just to meet with him.
Yep. I spoke to him at the fish forum as well, and whenever he's able to come, so it would have to be at least a month's notice in advance. We'd like to keep the entire agenda clear for just Q&A with Carl.
I
But
think
he's-
would it be worth, does the committee think it would be worth maybe advertising that meeting a little bit more?
Sure.
Other fishermen in town?
Once
so
we
if
lock
there's-
down a date, of
Right.
course.
So if other fishermen ask
Mhm.
questions, that would be a chance for them. It's not very often, as we all know, that you get a chance to talk to them.
Exactly. And he also,
But he's very good about that.
he forewarned us if we kept it in a town hall atmosphere, he was fine with just showing up, but if it was gonna be the firing squad, he was gonna bring his
Staff.
with him as well, so.
So, I mean, and talking with
fine.
Carl too, because unfortunately I didn't get to make that meeting, but I got to talk to him at the forum, that he's thoroughly impressed with Harpswell and the representation and what we're doing here, and what this committee is doing, and that he actually had said to another town, you better get your together, because Harpswell's coming after all these towns that don't have maps, don't have the Fisheries Committee. There's just a lot of things we're doing right here, and it's nice to hear the commissioner say something like that. So I give kudos to this committee for being so forward-thinking.
Well, that's my hopes with the news story, is that it makes other communities aware and they start getting on board. If we can do it, so can others.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we ask George to invite him to our May 13th meeting.
I was just gonna say, why don't we plan
Oh,
2 months
put that-
out?
Second.
And invite
Let me make sure I can be
here.
here,
Okay.
May
I will.
13th.
Well, that's our meeting.
Yep,
Big night.
I was
Perfect.
just making sure.
So
Well,
the next
I-
one's April,
I
maybe we
would-
can get it locked in before the April 8th, so that we all know. and-
I don't know
Perfect.
that I would have the TV come. I think it would be good, I think it would be good for us to have an informal conversation with him that, without the mics and without all the stuff. If people wanna come, that's something else, but he is a very down-to-earth type of person that will get a much better response if it's not all, like he's on the spotlight.
And I agree with you, and I think
Yep.
that it's a public meeting, so letting people know about it,
Right.
but not like Facebook and then like everyone
Yeah.
come, like we don't want 1,000 people
Right.
here, it's just kind of like an informal,
Mm-hmm.
hey, how's it going, we're from Hartsel, we
But-
care about the same stuff, let's talk about it.
But also just ensuring this is different leadership. This is our time. This is a time for us to be communicating and working in a better relationship with DMR. And I am anxious for that, and I just want to make sure we don't, screw that up.
I
So,
completely agree with you, Allison.
It's-
That's awesome.
In some ways, it almost would be nice if we had an LPA or something to review that meeting, just so he can see how thorough we are.
have Max come back. He'd be a perfect applicant to be there. He could meet the commissioner. It'd be great for him.
But I mean, he then, see some of what works well, what
Probably
doesn't
wouldn't
work
benefit
He's
well.
the
him too
easiest
much,
going one, though,
'cause If he does apply though, now the guy's gonna be like, no. Town's against it.
Laura, did you get enough time tonight, or did you want to get on the agenda officially?
Committee, do you want to have a further discussion? It could be something that we do as part of the Marine Science Center tour, is talk more with Alex about what that looks like. about the lobster hatchery idea. You can also come back here and do a presentation if that's the committee's preference. It's just to be responsive to your questions.
The Harbor and Waterfront Committee is going to hopefully be visiting the facility next month.
It's awesome.
At 4
Wait,
o'clock.
I've been there, it's awesome.
You know, so if anyone, just letting you guys know, it's a public meeting, but we'll be going over there at 4 o'clock.
It's huge.
We hope-
Anyone can
You'll
go?
be full.
I can't wait. Come on over. And we can also show kind of like what Alex has thought about so far. You know, we're a long way, we're in early stages, we're a long way from the restocking part, but we want to make sure to get everybody involved early.
Good.
Yeah, we want full transparency.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
So if you want us to come back, you're welcome to pop us on the agenda. I
Okay.
don't care, but I want to make sure Alex is ready
Okay.
for some questions.
We will see how it fills up in the next week or two.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Billy. We're adjourned.